Good morning. Paul here. I've been getting a lot of questions from people as to certain parts of my daily routine. And one of them being I don't want to call it a super shake, but the shake I put together in the morning with all the stuff I feel that is healthy and good for you. So I'm going to go over that right now. So, got a shaker, whatever they call these things. That's not really a bottle, but shaker cup, that's it. You get a shaker cup, and if you want to do that, or you can put it in a blender, because you could also take what I'm going to give you and add fruit and veggies and other stuff to it to make it thicker. I just kind of drink it with breakfast, which I'll go over a little later. So the first thing I want to add is a cup of coffee. So pour the coffee in. I would recommend you make sure the coffee has been sitting and is kind of coolish, because if it's still hot, when you try to shake everything up, it'll blow up all over the place. So I add the coffee for its antioxidants, the fact that it can lower type 2 diabetes, lower risk of certain cancers, and also helps increase lifespan. Yes, I'm having to look at the piece of paper, because even though they say that coffee makes you smarter, apparently I haven't had it yet because I'm having trouble remembering everything. So, and then you take that and you add some water to it, because obviously you still can't, do all that without the water, because there's not enough there. And then I take it and I add some ginger. I add the ginger because it helps aid with digestion. It also helps, keep your mouth healthy, soothe sore muscles, helps against certain cancers, and protects against other diseases, which I'll bring up later. So that was a 1/4 of a one quarter of a teaspoon. And then I'm put in some cinnamon. Cinnamon helps to lower blood sugar, improves your gut health, lowers blood pressure as well. Has antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal properties. So it helps help protect against viruses, bacteria, and all that other fun stuff. And then I add some cacao. I add 1 teaspoon of cacao. And I have the cacao because that also helps lower blood pressure, helps increase insulin sensitivity, which helps lower your chance of getting diabetes, keeps your blood sugar kind of level. It also helps improve blood flow to your heart and your brain. And then I put in some turmeric powder. Yummy. I put in the turmeric powder because it also helps fight inflammation, and yet again, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. It is also antiviral, so it helps against viruses, it fights certain cancers, and it apparently helps lower your LDL cholesterol, which is your bad cholesterol, so we want that. So now we have all that in there, and then we have collagen. I have the collagen because it improves bone, skin, nail, hair health. Who doesn't want healthy bone, skin, nails, and hair? Gotta keep the hair going. So put 1 scoop of that in. You need about 10 grams. Some places will tell you to take 20, but that's a bit much. It also helps, reduce arthritis pain and build some muscle mass. And of course, we're going to put in some greens powder. I usually use just half a scoop because I eat enough fruits and vegetables throughout the day, so it doesn't really matter. And then one of the last things I put in is a nice dose of protein powder. I am not, what's the word I want? I'm not, an advocate for any of these brands. This is just the stuff I am currently using. Put in the scoop of protein powder. And then you put in a blender thingy, because all the powders will not mix up correctly. And if you don't want to use the powders, you can use capsules. That is just more expensive, and I'm trying to save money, and I don't mind the taste. So then when I usually have this, like I mentioned before, it's usually with breakfast. And if you want, you can turn it into a super shake and add like yogurt, or instead of the water, you can add some sort of milk, if you like actual dairy, or if you want the almond or whatever other milk they have floating around there, to make it a little thicker. You can also add spinach, kale, whatever your heart desires. I usually, if I do have it with fruit, I just eat the fruit separately, but I do have it with the meal. But then I also, will take it with vitamin C. I'll take 500 milligrams of vitamin C, and I will take the vitamin C for obviously antioxidant properties. It helps to lower stress. Didn't know that. Also helps fights cold and flu. Will not prevent you from getting them. It'll just make them less severe. It also helps with healthy skin, because yet again, who doesn't want healthy skin? And I take 500 milligrams of niacin. Note, make sure you get the flush-free variety, because if you use the regular stuff, it gets very burny and itchy for a few minutes, and it's uncomfortable. So flush-free variety. I have the niacin because it helps lower bad cholesterol. It helps increase your good cholesterol. It helps increase brain function, and I could definitely use that, because then I wouldn't have to read off the sheet. Maybe I should take more of it. And it also increases skin health. Yes, because who doesn't want healthy skin? I'm just going to keep saying that. And I also take vitamin D. What the hell am I doing that? I take 1,000 international units of vitamin D, vitamin D3. And if you're a vegetarian, you'll have to take vitamin D2, but D3 comes from animal sources. So I use that because it helps with bone and teeth health, because yet again, who doesn't want strong bones and teeth? Also helps lower your risk of the flu, and apparently helps lower your risk of getting the coronavirus. Supposedly. I'm just going to say that. And it helps regulate insulin. I don't know if you've noticed, but that definitely seems to be a theme where I'm keeping my blood sugar levels stable. I take CoQ10, which you can, or coenzyme Q10, whatever you want to call it, which you can take or not. It's more expensive than other antioxidants. But one of the main things it does, it helps decrease your chances of getting migraines, and I do get those, and for those of you who get those, you know how bad they are. So anything that will increase your chances of getting a migraine is a plus. And it also aids in metabolism, which that's good, keeps your metabolism up. And like I said, it's an antioxidant. And the last thing I take is magnesium. I take 400 milligrams of magnesium, because that helps with exercise performance, decreases blood pressure, also decreases your chance of getting a migraine, which is definitely one of the reasons why I take it. And it also helps with decreased insulin resistance. Yet again, helps prevent you from getting type 2 diabetes. So that is everything I take with my morning, the shake and the vitamins, plus whatever I decide to eat, either fruit and nuts or an actual meal. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. You could either via email or that you find around this, or I will give you the website that you can also reach me at. So until next time, train smart, train hard, train safe, train to sweat.